What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to episode 1 of my brand new career mode series on my channel. And this is a special series. It's a Borussia Dortmund European Super League career mode. I've never done a career mode like this before, where we put the 20 best teams from all over Europe into the Premier League, and also we will try to win the league with Dortmund, or at least qualify for the Champions League next season. So guys, if you are excited about this series, make sure to smash the like button and leave a comment. Which players should we sign to strengthen this Borussia Dortmund team? I think we should really buy some players, because Dortmund at the moment are lacking a really good striker in my opinion. They had Aubameyang, they sold Aubameyang to Arsenal, they had Batshuayi on loan, but he went back to Chelsea. So at the moment Dortmund are really short in the strikers department. So in this first episode we will take a look at all the different players that Dortmund has and what kind of transfers we should be making. Also, I will not be taking part in European competition in the first season, because I thought that let's see if we can qualify for the Champions League, as it's all about where we finish in the league. So here is the Super League that we will take a part in. These are the teams that are in the European Super League: Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, ourselves Dortmund, Barcelona, Inter, Juventus, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, AC Milan, Napoli, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Roma, Schalke, Sevilla, Tottenham and Valencia. These are not necessarily the best teams on paper right now, but they are the most big names, and I wanted to put the 20 most prestigious clubs in the league. Sorry if I missed out somebody like Lyon or Monaco could have been put in, or Lazio as well, but you know, there are only room for 20 teams in the Premier League, and this is going to be a really big challenge, so I'm really looking forward to it. And I like it that the board objectives actually represent, of course I wanted to show you my transfer budget. So it's close to 50 million pounds, the transfer budget. I didn't add anything to the transfer budget, I didn't add the 60% boost. So Dortmund have a pretty decent transfer budget. We can work with 50 million, so recommend me players to sign for 50 million pounds in total. And I don't want to sign too many players, so maybe a young striker or winger who has good finishing, decent pace and 4-star skill moves. That's what I'm looking for. And also a centre back who is better than Diallo and Akanji, so somebody who is around 80 rated and who is of course not the oldest, but recommend me centre backs who are up to 28 years old. So I'm really looking forward to this Borussia Dortmund career mode, how strong the league is. So they don't want us to finish in the top 4, they want us to finish in mid-table, and also they want us to reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup. Of course the FA Cup and the League Cup will also be a brutally hard competition, because all the best teams will take part, and they want me to win the Premier League title, the Super League title, in the first 4 seasons of this career mode. I think I will do only 2 seasons, because then FIFA 19 will come out, but this is going to be a very interesting career mode. They also want us to sell some shirts, and this is what will be very exciting about this career mode, that every game will be like a Champions League game, because look at the fixture list: Valencia, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Man United, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Inter. So every single game in this career mode will be brutally hard, brutally difficult, and this is why I didn't want to take part in the Champions League as well in this first season, because we will have just too many games to take part, and this Dortmund squad is not a very stacked squad. So let's first of all look through the strikers. As you can see, we only have one really good striker, Maximilian Philipp, but apart from that we have nobody, absolutely no one who can play up front. Maybe Marco Reus could play up front as well. So recommend me strikers, preferably strikers who are 24 years old or younger, because Dortmund usually tend to sign young players, and I want to sign different players to my Liverpool career mode. This is very important, so don't recommend me players that I signed this year or last year or the seasons before on the Liverpool career mode. I want to do something different. So we have two right wingers, Pulisic and Yarmolenko, so I think we are fine in terms of wingers. We have Schürrle and Marco Reus, but I think I will play Marco Reus as a striker, because as you can see, he can play as a striker. So yeah, Marco Reus has 86 finishing and 86 dribbling as well, so I think I will play Marco Reus as a striker, maybe Philip as our second striker, and we have Kagawa, so just one center attacking midfielder. So I think we need at least 2 or 3 attackers in this Dortmund team just to compete. In center midfield, I think we are pretty fine. Of course, these are the squads with the updated transfers. So we have Thomas Delaney, who Dortmund just recently signed. It just as recently has been announced, like a couple of weeks ago, that they signed Delaney, and I put him in the squad. And also in the other teams, like for example, Naby Keita and Fabinho are already in the Liverpool team. So I put all the updated transfers manually, the transfers that are not even on the FIFA update. I put them into all the big teams. So I did all the 20 rosters of the super teams that are in this European Super League. So this is going to be very, very exciting. So we have Götze, Dahoud, Delaney as our center midfielders. We have Weichel and Burnic and Rode as our defensive midfielders, and Nuri Sahin as well. So in terms of midfielders, I think we are pretty fine. We have Wolf, right winger. I'm not too familiar with him. He's only 22 years old. 72 finishing, pretty good acceleration and sprint speed. So I'm happy with that. And only 3-star skill moves, but 4-star weak foot. So he will be a very good backup player to the likes of Pulisic and Yarmolenko. And then let's see, we have 2 very good left backs, especially Rafael Guerrero. I think he's a very good player, and Schmelzer as well. And of course another new signing, Abdou Diallo, who I think Dortmund signed from France. Not sure which team he used to play for, but we have Toprak and the big talent Manuel Akanji. So this is also very exciting. We have Akanji, we have Piszczek, we have Paslak, Toyan, and of course goalkeeper wise we have Burki and Hitz. I don't think I will sign a new goalkeeper. So my priority is, I think we need maybe one good centre back, because we only have Akanji, Toprak and Diallo, and you know guys that I prefer to have 4 centre backs in my team, so if in case we have injuries or suspensions. And let me know guys, how hard should the legendary sliders be? Should I play with the same sliders as in the Liverpool career mode? Because that way it will be brutally difficult, because all the big teams will be in this European Super League. So every game we will come up against world class players. So let me know guys, what kind of players should we sign? In my opinion, I think we need attackers the most, because, and also one center back. So I think midfielders, I think we have enough midfielders. We have Götze, Dahoud, Delaney, we have Weigl, Rode, Sahin. So 6 center midfielders, I think that's more than enough. And also we can play some players in midfield, like maybe Schürrle can play in midfield, Kagawa as well. And what kind of formation should we play? I think I was maybe thinking about the 4-3-3 formation, or the 4-2-2-2 formation, or sometimes even the 4-2-3-1 formation. So I will experiment with different formations, but we definitely need a new striker. We only have Reus and Philip who can play striker in this team. Kagawa can play as a center forward, but he's not the fastest, so I don't think that I will play him as a striker. And the only really good finisher is Marco Reus in the team, so I think I will train the finishing of some of the young players. Götze, very good midfielder, he can play as a false 9, maybe a center forward as well, but again he's not the fastest, only 67 sprint speed for Götze. I think midfield wise we are fine. We have 3 left backs, which is more than enough. We have 3 right backs. One of them, of course, is very young, but only 3 center backs, and the only good center back that we have is Toprak. So if Toprak gets injured, we are really screwed, because Diallo and Akanji are only 75 and 76 rated, but they are very young players. So I'm hoping that for the second season some of these players will grow and become really good players. So for a start, I thought that this could be our team. We could have Royce, Pulisic and Yarmolenko up front, and we would have Götze, Weigl and Kagawa in the middle, but we could also have Şahin or Rode to play in center midfield. We could have Dahoud as well, and on the wing we could have Philip or Schürrle coming in to deputize. Philip and Schürrle could play as a striker as well. And in defense, this is, I think, one of the weak points. So we need one more center back, because Diallo is only 76 rated. Of course, he's a pretty decent player, 6'2", left-footed. He can play left back as well, and he has pretty decent acceleration and sprint speed. Very strong player, 77 strength, which is really good. We have Guerrero and Piszczek, and of course we have some good young backup players, and we have Burki in goal. But let me know, guys, what kind of players do you want me to sign, because I think this could be a really big challenge to try and win the European Super League with Borussia Dortmund. It's going to be a massive challenge, but of course I will try out different formations. The 4-2-3-1 formation would be decent, and let's see what kind of young players will I want to train. So I want to train my first team player, Christian Pulisic. Straight away comes to mind. Let's see what his finishing is like. So 71 is Christian Pulisic's finishing. So straight away I will definitely keep training him. And I will also train up Abdou Diallo, who is only 21 or 22 years old. I will train his defending as well, because we want a really good defensive performance from Diallo, at least until we can get him. I also want to train up the finishing of this guy, Maximilian Philip, because I really like Pulisic, but I think I will try out Philip as well in the attack, because he has a much better finishing already, 78 finishing, compared to the Pulisic's finishing, which is 71. So I think I will train that guy up. And let's train Manuel Akanji, which is another young center back. I think I will rotate him and Diallo, and I also want to have there maybe Diallo's passing. Let's train that up as well, because yeah, he's not the best passer, Diallo, and I want my center backs to be good passers of the ball, so I can bring the ball out with the center backs. It's very crucial. So these are the young players at the moment that I'm training, but of course this is just the first episode. I wanted to go through the squad, wanted to see which players do Dortmund need to sign, and I also will play the pre-season tournament just to get some money. So in the next episode we will go through some transfers, we will play the pre-season tournament, and if I can win the pre-season tournament, we will have an additional £8 million. And at the moment I don't think I will hire a scout, because this career mode will only last for 2 seasons, so I don't think that there is, you know, enough time for us to develop youth academy players, because a career mode usually need to last for at least 3 or 4 seasons, so we can develop youth academy players. And I will save my money this way, because if we hire scouts, to hire the best scouts cost around £2.5 million. So if I hire 3 good scouts, they could cost an additional like £7.5 million, and that could be one good young player in the team. So yeah, I'm definitely don't really want to hire any youth academy scouts at the moment. So let me know what kind of players should we sign. And so I wanted to show you how I did the leagues, so especially in England where there are 4 leagues. So I put all the 20 top teams in Europe in the Premier League. So I decided to put all the teams in from the Championship. So I decided to put all the Premier League teams which couldn't get in the actual Premier League in the Championship, and some Championship sides as well. So the battle to get promoted to this European Super League will be brutally hard, and I'm really interested to find out who will get relegated from the European Super League, because 3 big teams will get relegated, and who will get promoted from the Premier League teams that are in the Championship. And also in League 1 I put some Championship and League 1 teams in, and in League 2 this way. So, and what I did for Spain, because of course there are a lot of Spanish teams in this European Super League. We have Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, we have Valencia and Sevilla, so 5 Spanish teams. So what I did is for these 5 Spanish teams I put second division Spanish sides into their first league, and this way we will have only Spanish leagues qualifying for European competition next season from this league. And of course in the second division I had to put some teams from the lower leagues of England, because that's how you have to swap teams out from the League 1 or League 2. So that's how I could make it work. The only older player in the squad is Lucas Piszczak. He's 32 years old, but I don't even want to transfer list him. And Marvin Hitz is also 29. So let me know, should I maybe sell anybody from this Dortmund squad? I don't think I will, but we shall wait and see what you guys want. So leave your comments down below, which players should we sign, and also vote on other people's comments. So if you like a player that somebody has recommended in the comments, please like that comment, so I see the most upvoted comments will be the players that you guys want me to vote. So the most upvoted comments will be the players that you guys want me to sign the most. So make sure to vote up, to like other people's comments if they recommend players that you guys want me to sign. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this first episode. Of course, this is just an introduction to the series. I hope I explained the rules well enough for you guys, and I'm really looking forward to it. So one of the reasons why I haven't entered the Champions League or the Europa League with Dortmund, even though I know that Dortmund qualified for the Champions League in real life, is that basically the FA Cup and the League Cup will be almost like the Champions League, because we will have the 20 best European teams entering both the FA Cup and the League Cup. And the Champions League won't be as difficult, because from other top leagues, you know, there won't be a lot of teams entering, a lot of top teams, because most of the top teams who usually play in the Champions League will be in our league. So we won't have a lot of crazy strong teams in the Champions League. But let me know, guys, if you are happy with these. So let me know, guys, if you are excited about this really interesting European Super League career mode with Borussia Dortmund by leaving a like on this video, leave a comment recommending me transfers, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Good night.